Thank you, John G and Josh, and welcome to the BTI exclusive.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Team number one, AC Romero and Larry D, XXXL.
I'm D'Lo Brown, there's Matt Striker. We're just minutes away from Impact on Access. Right now, Matt, what do you think about XXXL?
Oh, I love the fact that I got you doing a heavy lifting here before we go at 8 p.m. Eastern. But make no mistake about it, AC and Larry D, they certainly bring a unique element to a sport that's evolved over time, but I think every generation can relate to a team like this.
The super heavyweights, they're hard to move around. They are hard to manipulate. And boy, if they land on you, oh, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, stay tuned. As D'Lo said, just moments away from Impact Wrestling. And this special BTI exclusive is going to whet our appetites.
Their opponents accompanied to the ring by Rosemary, Crazy Steve, Black Taurus, Decay.
You know, D'Lo, I reference generations of fans throughout our sport. Do you remember Kevin Sullivan and Mark Lewin, the Purple Haze? And he had this whole demonic tribe. From those type of ideas and images is born this team of Decay.
They fall into the same mold, the same mantra as Kevin Sullivan and his band of crazy misfits. These guys intimidate you. From the first, second, or third note of their music, they let you know they are there to intimidate the hell out of you.
If you're new to pro wrestling, or perhaps you're coming back to the sport after a while when you were a kid or something to that effect, this is a great way to start. When we come back, we will have Decay versus XXXL. Impact Professional Wrestling, BTI, will return after this.
Welcome back to BTI, and as you can see, this match is already in progress, and Decay has taken the early advantage.
Crazy Steve on top, digging his elbow into the eye socket of Larry D, and now biting.
See, guys like this, they get you out of your game plan. They claw, they scratch, they bite. They totally get you out of your element.
Of course, minutes away from Impact Wrestling on Access TV. This is BTI, the BTI exclusive. Thank you so much for joining us.
Look at Larry D, he's got that headlock on there. Black Taurus with the strength advantage, though. Who'd ever think that anybody have a strength advantage over Larry D?
No, not at all. And you could just see the twisting of the arm, the manipulation, Black Taurus, the difference between he and others, that he can do things like that. But hey, listen, a straight right hand also transcends time, D'Lo.
Yeah, I don't care how much flipping and flying you do. Everyone's got a great game plan till you get punched right in the face.
Sounds good to me. Tag made to the man affectionately known as Crazy Steve. But I know him, and I like him, and I want to refer to him as Misunderstood Steven.
I think he'll stick with Crazy. He's
Fair enough.
okay.
Slips off the back of big AC Romero, avoids the right hand of Larry D, but cannot avoid the flesh of AC Romero.
That is a lot of body weight squishing you in that corner right there. And that's where AC knows how to manipulate his body and use his size to his advantage.
Momentum may or may not be AC's friend. That remains to be seen here.
Oh, wow! He just took his legs like a bowling ball.
Jeez. Can I call it the 7-10 split? Can I just name moves on BTI? Why not?
Wow. That just, my shins hurt looking at that.
You know, it's amazing. I watch as John and Gio watch, and you could just see the reactions of people all around the world. This, to me, is pro wrestling. You walk down the street, you see these two guys fighting, you stop.
Yeah, you may not know what they do, but you know they do something. And then when you find out they're pro wrestlers, you go, oh, that makes perfect sense.
Makes total sense.
Crazy Steve's in a lot of discomfort right now. AC Romero used that shoulder, rammed into his midsection, and right now, Crazy Steve is hurting
Yeah, well, sometimes the pain is worth the pride and the reward. Coming up, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Access TV, Impact Professional Wrestling. The X Division title on the line. Number 1 contender, Josh Alexander, takes on the exciting, unique TJP.
What a great matchup there. 2 mat technicians, guys that can go, and their match, I guarantee you, will be trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
We can hit hashtags Impact on Access TV, and we can find out how much they'll be trending.
There you go, and of course we certainly will be trending because we understand a huge international tag team will be making their debut in just a few moments right here on Access TV.
So Larry D once again is taking control, and they've isolated Crazy Steve for several minutes now, cutting the ring in half and using the size advantage to just dismantle Crazy Steve right now.
Gosh, every sport has a soundtrack. There are sounds unique to every sport, and sometimes in wrestling it's nice to just listen to the music.
Wow, just AC Romero just powering chops on the Crazy Steve. You can see AC Romero seems to be in a really surly mood right now for some reason.
I think the reason is, we talked about it coming up. We have the Impact X Division Championship match. We have new faces coming in from all around the globe. A lot of the wrestlers realize they have to step up their game. Just a win isn't the same anymore as an impressive win that gets management's eyes.
So now is this more like college football where you got to make that statement?
Yes.
You got to have that win where you overpower to get the attention of Impact management.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason if I'm making it up Wyoming is 11-0, that why shouldn't they be considered?
Right, so I guess AC Romero is trying to make that statement. He's trying to impress the brass, to let them know XXXL is ready to be players here in Impact Wrestling.
Fair enough. Right now, the lower lumbar region, as Gorilla Monsoon would say, being worked over.
Now, I'm starting to get worried about Crazy Steve. He has been separated from his partner for several minutes now, and XXXL have been laying heavy offense on him and just dismantling him.
Look at that, Larry D. That's a front chancery, but if he turns his forearm up, it becomes something called a grommet. A lot of catch wrestlers use it, where the forearm goes underneath the mandible.
Yeah, sometimes you need a grab and you just drop somebody on their face.
That too. Cover here. Is this enough? It would be historic, a win. Larry D and AC Romero would be the answer to the question, who won the first ever match on BTI.
Well, we've already answered the trivia question. Who called the first match on BTI?
There you go. Do-do-do. Wrestling Jeopardy. Let's get it to be a show here on Access, perhaps after Impact in 60. Think we could have Rosemary on?
I think we can have Rosemary on. I would not ask her many questions because I'd be scared.
Well, the only way to find out information is to indeed ask questions. I'd imagine, though, the question is, who's going to show up next? And the locker room is like a family, and it doesn't sit well when new faces kind of come in and sit at the head of the table.
It is like a family, but this is not a family-type thing right here. Wow.
It's laundry day at the Romero household.
That is a lot of force coming down on your chest. Just a lot of force.
I admire the way that you sported that up there. I do.
Uh-oh. Ace is getting loaded up here. Where's he going? Cannonball!
Thankfully, nobody home. Tag made, to your point. And here comes Black Taurus. Here comes Big Larry D.
That could have been what turns the tables in this match, tips momentum to the other side of the field. Ripcord. Oh, gosh. What a headbutt. And Taurus moving at like 300 miles an hour for a big man. Look at him go.
Nicely done there by Black Taurus. Tagging Crazy Steve back in.
Now, I don't know if I question that logic. I would not let Crazy Steve come back in that so soon.
Cross body.
Look at that, Crazy Steve getting up, lean back in the corner. I question what he's doing here. I can't believe it. Look, Crazy Steve moves out the way. There's a left. I don't know what's going on. Crazy Steve's up to the top. Crazy Steve obviously still suffering from all that punishment that was put on, but there's still a run-up somehow. Crazy Steve is going crazy.
That may have been a strategic miscalculation by Decay. And if XXXL want to do what we were talking about earlier, which is impress management with those big wins, blowout teams, then they got to take advantage of mistakes like this.
Yeah, they've got to end this match now. What the?
You couldn't see, but that's Rosemary in the ring.
What is Rosemary doing in the ring?
Saving the match. You could feel the momentum was shifting.
Did AC just try to go after Rosemary?
While all that goes on, drop kick. Larry into AC. Larry remains with Black Taurus. It's the clothesline. Oh!
Dive twisted called Hilo!
You saw Larry defeat Steve with a right hand off of the springboard a couple of weeks ago on Impact on Access here. 8 p.m. Eastern Time coming your way, but it might be brought in by a victory here for Decay!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Decay!
Well, Striker, let's congratulate Decay on getting the first ever wrestling match win on BTI. What an impressive comeback. I questioned if they were going to be able to do it, but somehow they found a way.
It's a big win. It gets the eyes of the world fixed upon Decay, and what a great time, because we have international superstars coming, we have championship matches, everyone is talking about Impact Wrestling. You need shows like BTI just to warm you up.
What an exciting way to start off the show. What an exciting way to bring BTI to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, soon we will go to Impact on Access TV. But right now, I'm going to throw it back to Gia, Josh, and John. Take it away, guys.